Hello, 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 and welcome to our final episode of Child Please for 2025. I'm Erica Simpson,
And I am Regina Weathersby.
and so today we're just going to do a recap of our first year together.
Yes, a journey it has
Yes,
been,
it has.
but it's been a good one.
It has.
It's definitely been a good one. So we were officially. I remember this time last year, a little bit before this time last year, in November, was when you came to me with the idea
Yeah.
about let's do something about this problem and let's create our own foundation. And I was like, yes, girl, let's do it. So we did,
Yeah.
and we became an official organization on December the 2nd of 2024. And since that time, we just kind of hit the ground
We did
running.
hit the ground running. We've done a lot this year.
We have.
And so today's episode title is Mama is Tired. Now we tired, but we tired in a good way.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. So December we started off, we met with our board members
Yes.
and
Shout out to our board members. We appreciate you all.
um we created our website, and then in February, like less than 60 days, we dropped our first newsletter, which comes out monthly.
Yes.
That was February, and then April. That's when we started the episodes of Child Please.
Yep. We did.
In July, we started our support groups, which have been phenomenal. Um, and so we're gonna talk about where we see us going in 26.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So, and let me just say though, just to highlight those things that we did, the newsletter, if you subscribe to our website, you get it automatically in your email monthly. It has plenty of just good information. A part of our mission is to make sure that we educate.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one of the ways that we decided that we could do that. And we generally post that same newsletter on our social media. And then with those support groups, I mean, man, you're talking about not just the issues related to pregnancy or infertility or anything like that, but also when we talk about like postpartum things and just support mental health in general for Black women, Black mothers, and just how things in our past, different traumas have impacted how we parent, how we see ourselves, and that sort of thing. So we talk about just wellness in general. But it's been super good in each session. So we really appreciate our facilitator, Renee Smith. She is phenomenal. She's phenomenal. And so, and then these podcasts, they speak for themselves. We've had some amazing guests to participate in our podcast. We've had, I mean, just we've covered a lot of different topics. And so,
and I want to shout out our podcast guests. This year the topics have been quite heavy, and I just want to shout them out and thank them for their transparency, their willingness to share, because you never know your story, how it impacts, and how it can inspire and uplift someone else. So,
yeah,
like I said, I would not want to close this year out without thanking those people who were willing. And like I said, we didn't have to beg. People like they were so excited. So I just want to say thank you. I also want to say thank you to those who have supported us financially this year. As you all know, we are a nonprofit organization, and we starting off, we're running off of volunteer and support. And so I personally want to thank each of you who have sowed a seed, big and small. It is appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, just to let you know, it's never too late to support in those ways. We are officially a 501c3 organization. And so, any donations that you give are tax deductible. And so, just keep that in mind. End of the year, in the giving season, you want to support. We're here, we're available, we'll receive all of those.
So, we're not going to be before you long today. We just want to talk real quick about what 26, some goals and some things that we're gonna do in 26. And I know, like I said, this year the podcast topics have been kind of heavy. But for 2026, we want to kind of shift a little bit to more of education and more advocacy. Because it's all well and good for us to talk, but we need to we want to shift to a point of doing. I've noticed since we started this organization, a lot of people are a little hesitant when it comes to things of this nature. But the only way that we are going to be able to change is if that we open up and we talk and do something about it. So that's one of my goals for 26 is I want us to shift more into advocacy, showing up in the community.
Mm-hmm. Overall wellness, in general. I know that recently we saw a couple of viral videos going on social media about just some really devastating experiences that Black women have had in their local hospital settings and that sort of thing. And I think when we see that, it creates an emotional response at the moment. But the goal and the reason that we have this foundation is because we want to eliminate those experiences. We don't want to have to react to something that has already happened. We want to be able to prevent something. And we're able to prevent that by having education in such a way that it leads to action. Education where you are able to then do something tangible to address an issue. And so that's what a part of what our goal is for 2026, as Erica said, to make sure that we're not just the, telling our stories is good, but we need to have the education and be confident in what we know so that we can effect change. So we want to see change, and part of that also is advocacy as well. And so in 2026, that's what we're going to be talking about. What are some real tangible things that we can do to address this issue, that our supporters can do to address this issue? Where if I'm a person who is a mother wanting to become a mother, may not just a woman dealing with woman things, how can I show up better? How can I show up healthier? And so those are some of the things we want to address. We were able to, and we're going to kick off 2026 doing something very special. Um, a couple of weeks ago, we had our first tea because we didn't mention that, and it was good. It was really good, and we had a lot of people to come out and support. We had a lot of vendors who were there, and we appreciate each one of them. But a part of that, and a part of the support that we got from last year, we're going to now be able to sponsor someone who will be able to receive some therapy services. A person that was identified. And so we're so grateful for that opportunity. And those are the types of things that we want to see, where we're not going to just say, oh, we need to be a healthier version of ourselves, or we need to address our mental health. We want to say it is something that needs to happen, and here's how we're going to make it happen, or here's how we as an organization are going to contribute to make sure that we're doing our part in that.
Another big piece for 2026. We started on it this year, but we're not going to give up. In 2026, we're gonna hopefully kick off of our men's support group. Like I said, this organization is dedicated to women, but when you're talking about a child and the impact that a mother and a father has on the child, it's important that we also nurture, support, wrap our arms around our fathers. And so in 2026, we hope to kick off our men's support group. We have identified a great facilitator, and he's ready for you all, men.
Yes, he is.
And the whole goal is I want to see outside of just healthy Black women and healthy Black men. I just want to see us be healthy Black families. Getting back to our roots, getting back to community, getting back to love. I remember, back in the day, we would go to Big Mama house and everybody would be there. And it's like now we kind of moved away from that. But let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to where it all started. And it started with family. And so that's where I want to see us go.
Yeah. So we're excited, and we're excited that you all are going to go with us on this journey. That it won't be us just pushing it forward. Supporters like you, we appreciate you. We appreciate every person that's hit the like button, every person that's hit subscribe, every person that's shared a status or a post. We appreciate every person that's been willing to come on the podcast and share their story. Um, Even the most vulnerable, that takes a lot. And so we appreciate that. We appreciate every vendor that's been willing to participate with the things that we have going on, for every provider that we've highlighted in our newsletters over the year. We just appreciate every single person that's had any impact whatsoever in getting this foundation to where we are now. We cannot do this without the support of people around us. And so we're so very grateful. And we just want to say thank you to all of you. Happy holidays. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday, Jesus. And happy birthday, Blue Rose Foundation.
So we'll see you all again in 2026. Until next time.
Bye-bye.